So I came across this Bill Burr stand-up routine the other day, and I gotta say, he kind of cooked on this one. Not all the way, but enough that I was like, yeah, we gotta talk about this. So let me play the clip first because the way he frames it is actually hilarious.
How do you get better at shooting? Like, how do you practice? Gun range. They always say that, the gun range. That's not practicing. It's a total controlled environment. You go down there and you put on your little headset, gotta protect my hearing. I wouldn't want my ears to go ringy-ding-ding. And then you lay out all your bullets, little charcuterie board. I have my weapon pointed down the fucking thing. And now it's time for the target. Then you sit there and you're like, a poo. A poo-poo. Poo. A pee. Oh, center mass. I'm going to hang that in my house so everybody sees what a badass I am. That's not practicing. You want to practice? Have somebody wake you up at 3 in the morning when you're wearing nothing but your pajama bottoms. And they throw you in the garage. There's a baby, a rattlesnake, and a fucking bear.
First of all, a baby, a rattlesnake, and a bear is a wild training scenario. That's not a gunfight, that's a damn survival show. But jokes aside, he's actually touching on something real. There's a huge difference between being good at shooting a gun and being prepared to use a gun in real life. And people mix those two up all the time. Because yeah, you've got people who can shoot the absolute shit out of a gun, tight groups, perfect paper, Instagram-worthy targets, and then you drop them into a dynamic situation, movement, stress, bad angles, and they completely fall apart. Then you've got other people who might not be competition shooters, but tactically understand how to move, how to think, how to survive. They're better at handling a situation than shooting a bullseye. So what Bill Burr is really pointing out under all the comedy is the gap between sterile practice and real-world chaos. And on that point, he's not wrong. But here's where the irony kicks in. We live in the most pro-gun country in the world, a country literally founded on the idea of armed citizens. And we've somehow created a system that makes real training harder, more expensive, more regulated, more mocked, and even harder to talk about online. And then the same people turn around and say, gun owners are irresponsible. People don't have enough training. Nobody knows how to use these things. Okay, then let us train. Because the funny part is, the kind of training Bill Burr is joking about, it actually exists, kind of, sort of. And this actually ties perfectly into something I talk about all the time, FAFO. FAFO isn't about wanting violence. It's not about being tough. It's not about pretending we're John Wick. It's about being capable. FAFO is the understanding that if you're going to own a firearm, you should actually know what you're doing with it. Not just on a calm Saturday afternoon at the gun range, but when things are chaotic, fast, and stressful, because criminals don't wait for a controlled environment. They don't give you ear protection. They don't let you warm up. They don't ask if you're ready. FAFO is about preparation meeting reality. What your job is when that criminal decides to F around, you make them find out what that reality is like to saying. So that's why I made this design. Got them in hats, t-shirts, hoodie, drinkware, you name it. I put a link in the description section of the video you can check out. And also, speaking of hearing protection, my favorite wireless Bluetooth in-ear hearing protection, the AKT1 Blackouts. These are like AirPods for shooters because they allow you to listen to music, you can take phone calls, all while actively blocking out all of the harmful noises from a gunshot that can ruin your hearing. Also gives you 6-time hearing enhancement so you can actually hear what's going on around you while you're shooting. So I'm gonna put these in the description section too. You can check out the link there and go check them out at shop.mrcolion.com. Now, here's the part that drives me crazy. The same people who laugh at training videos, the same people who say, what are you training for? Who do you think you are, a soldier? Those are the exact same people who turn around and say nobody should own a gun without more training. You can't have it both ways, Susie, because the moment you actually go get real training, scenario-based training, some munitions, force on force, I've done it. I've posted it. And immediately the comments turn into, why don't you just join the army? Who do you think is coming after you? You're paranoid. But then those same people will say gun owners are undertrained. It's insane. And the system doesn't help either. Ammo taxes, gun taxes, restrictions on rapid fire, restrictions on drawing from a holster, indoor ranges where you're basically frozen in place. Even posting training videos online can get you demonetized or throttled, which limits how far the information can even travel. So the people who want to be responsible get punished for trying. And then we all pretend to be shocked when someone says the average gun owner isn't prepared for real world chaos. Now, to be fair, Bill Burr and this preparedness matters. He's not saying people shouldn't have guns. He's pointing out that the fantasy version of preparedness doesn't match reality. And he's right. Standing at a bench, calm, rested, no pressure, that doesn't prepare you for a real situation. Now, I'm not saying not to do it. You should definitely do it because it is the fundamentals, it is the building blocks of learning how to shoot a firearm. Everyone should be doing these things. But the irony is the training that does prepare you is the very thing people mock, regulate, tax, and suppress. So yeah, Bill Burr has a point. The gun range isn't the whole answer. But instead of laughing at that reality, maybe we should stop building systems that make it damn near impossible for people to actually become better, safer, more competent gun owners. Because if your goal is responsible gun ownership, training shouldn't be the punchline. It should be the damn priority. One thing's for certain and two things are for sure. Politicians and tech giants don't want gun content to be recommended to you. And we're all fighting this culture war together. Now, you can help do your part by liking, commenting, subscribing to the channel, but most importantly, sharing this video with at least one person. Together, we can stop the suppression of our 2A rights. And don't forget to click the link in the description section of this video for the products that I mentioned in this video.